This is such a cool studio. It'll be a great place to host a show. Hey, Dia, why don't you join me? Welcome to the Falcon News Show. We're so excited to have you here.
In the next couple of minutes, we will be covering the following. What is a FIRST robotics competition? What is FRC 5190 Green Hope Falcons? After that, we're going to look into our new build space and talk to some more members. After that, we're going to look at what the Doyan Inspiration girls are up to. And last, but definitely not the least, we are going to look into one of our sub-teams, the mechanical sub-team.
So our team has been working hard over the last few years, especially during the COVID pandemic. We work to create a positive impact towards our community, and one of the ways we do this is by opening up registration for new members to join our team. That way they can learn something about STEM and grow as a person.
That's great. Talking about registration and all, why don't we watch a quick recap video of our open door session?
There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, rocking our bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable.
Wow, that was an amazing video. Here we have Shubhan and Raj with us. And before we dig deeper into our team, let's talk about what FRC is.
All right, Dia, I'll explain what FRC is. FRC is the FIRST robotics competition. Basically, it's focusing on spreading STEM. STEM meaning science, technology, engineering, and math. As of 2020, there are over 100,000 students and over 4,000 teams over the world.
Those are big numbers, Anshuman. Students from FRC 5190 and FIRST Robotics Competition develop many new skills. Let's talk to our president and see what he has to say about FRC.
All right, thanks for having me. So FIRST Robotics is this incredible organization where students of all ages, with the help and support of their parents, teachers, and other volunteers in the community, are able to come together, and they're able to not only build their own skills, but they're able to physically build a robot and at the same time build their communities by spreading STEM and helping out wherever they can.
That open house video looked amazing. So do you want to talk more about that? How did
Sure.
the event go? Yeah.
So for the past 2-3 years, we've really just been online for the most part, and we were really nervous at the very beginning of the open house because we planned everything, but we didn't really know if people were actually going to show up. So the biggest thing that really just made us happy that day was at the beginning, yes, there were only a few people, but soon enough, before we knew it, there was an entire line going outside of the clubhouse, and the entire clubhouse was packed with people. So it told us at the very beginning of the season that yes, we are there, and yes, we are doing something right. And that was really comforting for all of us.
So I've heard that FRC 5190 specifically has opened registration to not only students of Green Hope, but also outside students as well. So give us more details about that.
Sure. So this past month, we have worked with Wake County Public School System and our own school, Green Hope, and we have finalized an agreement which would basically now make us a Wake County team instead of just a Green Hope team. And what this basically means is that students from other schools in Wake County or students that are homeschooled can join our robotics team. In the past, what used to happen is there would be a tremendous amount of interest from other schools in the area, such as Panther Creek, but they wouldn't be able to join because we were limited based on our agreement with the school. So this is basically allowing us to reach out to so many more kids where they don't have robotics teams at their school, and it's really just allowing us to do so much more. And the amazing thing is because this just happened recently, we are actually opening up a very late third round of registration later this week, and that will go for a few days. So as long as everyone's following our Instagram and our Twitter, they'll get all the information, and we're also reaching out to schools to get the word out there.
Thank you, Shubhan. And now let's hear from Raj, one of our new members, about why he chose to join FRC 5190.
Thank you, Dia. So I've had a love for robotics for the last couple of years. And in the past, I actually made my own miniature remote-controlled robot, which I was able to control from a projector remote. But the main reason I actually joined FRC 5190 is because of how big of an organization it is and how professional it is. When I went to the open house, and I got to see all the different sub-teams, and this really inspired me. I wanted to be a part of this. I wanted to help make FRC 51 a better place. So that's the main reason why I joined.
Great, thank you. After the first 2 months with us, can you tell us what you have learned specifically? Is there anything that you look forward to learning?
Well, so I've actually learned quite a lot. I've learned how to work well with the team, and I've also actually learned how to use a lot of cool different machines. Like recently, I actually learned how to use the lathe, which is really fun for me. Something I'm looking forward to learning is working during the competition experience and really just experiencing being a part of that team and being a part in like a huge arena. It's really exciting for me.
Great, we're very excited to have you onto the team, and we're excited to see what you can achieve later down the line.
Thank you, I can't wait.
What does Doyan mean? Well, Merriam-Webster says a Doyan is a person who's uniquely skilled or uniquely experienced in a field. But I think Doyan means, at least to us, a place where anyone can learn anything and anyone can teach anyone anything. Because no matter where you're coming from or your skill level, there's always something new to learn, and Doyan lets you learn or teach that thing.
Doyan Inspiration aims to empower young women and non-binary people by allowing them to get exposure to all aspects of STEM.
For many of us, it's our first time doing things like working on the robot, and it just makes it more fun and exciting to learn with the other girls.
For our upcoming Doyan competition, the Doyan team has been hard at work ever since the end of Thor, our off-season competition in July. We've been working on improving specific parts of our robot, such as the intake and the climber. In fact, we had to take apart our entire intake and reassemble it, and that was definitely our longest project yet. Doyan means to me like a community of really fun and motivated girls who are really eager to learn more about engineering and other stuff. It's like a really fun community that I'm very happy to be a part of.
The greatest moment I have as a mentor for Doyan is not when other people give the girls compliments on, oh, that was a great job, you did wonderful. It's when the girls actually sit there and go, I did that, I can't believe I did that. That was so awesome. That is the greatest moment as a mentor for me.
Just like last year, we hope that this year this competition will be just as successful and we'll be able to inspire so many more girls.
I'm Marie Homer, president of First North Carolina, and you asked how did I feel when Doyan Inspiration was first proposed to me? And I have to say, I was so excited by that concept. I grew up in an age where girls truly were not encouraged or inspired or even allowed to do what the guys were doing. So fast forward to now, the 2000s, and yeah, girls are making great strides and we're still going places, but not as much and not as fast as we should be. So when they came to me with Doyan, I said, yes, this is great. I think this can really make a difference in our community, in our state, and in our country, and in our world. So I think it's great.
And how do you feel about the turnout today and how many girls showed up?
So I'm really pleased with the turnout in the middle of COVID, having all the restrictions in place that we do. This is a fantastic turnout. We have 12 teams, close to 100 young women competing today. We have a good amount in the stands, even though we are technically not open to spectators. I know that when the world opens back up and gets back to more normal, we're going to have even more young women here and more supporters of those young women. So we're on the right track. What do you think?
Hi everyone, I am here with some of our current Doyan members. Miss Irina, I know you were here when Doyan was created on the team. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So in 2017, Ash Dungle, one of our team members, came up with the concept of Doyan. She noticed that robotics teams were recruiting girls that were interested in various roles, but often the girls were dropping out of the more technical roles or leaving the team. Her goal was to build a community where the girls felt welcome and were provided with opportunities to build their skills and confidence. Ash's plan was to host a seminar event followed by an all-girls robotics competition. The goal of the seminar was to provide the girls with female role models and show them the opportunities that were available. The robotics competition was meant to provide them with the opportunity to try new roles on the team without judgment, or where they could support and encourage each other. So in 2018, in partnership with SAS, we had our first successful seminar with almost 80 girls in attendance. Since then, we've hosted 2 robotics competitions, one in 2019 and one in 2021. We hosted another seminar in partnership with MetLife with over 100 in attendance, and had started a speaker series. Since Doyan, I've seen a difference in the confidence of the girls on our team, and also how the team interacts. I've heard other teams that they have had the same experience. It was amazing to see how much more confident the girls were at the competition in 2021 and how many more girls there were participating on each team. Even the members from First and C mentioned how much more energy the girls had and how much more competitive they were. And that was exciting to see. And since Doyan, we had the first competition in 2019, there's been a 10% increase in the number of girls that have enrolled in FIRST Robotics in North Carolina, and even the national organization noticed the increase. So it's exciting. So back to you, Annika.
Thank you. And Doyan is not just competitions and seminars. We also hold bi-monthly-ish speaker series where we talk with STEM guest professionals. And we've had people from Moen, from IBM, from NetApp come speak with us. And we are very, very excited to say that our next speaker series is going to host Michaela Settle from First NC. She is the first female FTA in North Carolina, and she's also just overall a champion of STEM. She started quite a few teams herself and is just an amazing person, so we are very excited for that. Now, Sanjana and Ritvika, I know both of you were present at the competition we just had in October. What were your thoughts on it? What did you...
Honestly, that competition was a really exciting experience for me. Having joined the team over the pandemic, I didn't really get much experience with the team virtually, and I knew there was a lot of people already experienced and technical, and I felt very unconfident in my skills. But the Doyan competition really made me feel supported, and the environment was so supportive. All the girls, no matter what problem you had, they would come up and help you, and it was just a really great experience getting to work with other people, as well as getting experience with the robot. And I think it really set me up for a better season this time, and I feel a lot more confident going in and learning new things without feeling like I'm being judged, or I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. What about you, Ritika?
You know, coming on the team in 9th grade, I was also feeling the exact same. There weren't many girls on our team as well. And so when we did the first Doyan competition in 2019, I was really amazed to see so many girls. The turnout was so amazing, and we got to meet so many other people from other teams and just see that everyone was in the learning process. We got to experience so many different parts of first competition that I felt much more confident in going into competition season, the next season. And so coming back for the robotics competition, what made me feel even more happy was, as Ms. Irina said, there was so much more energy in all of the girls. There was so much more confidence, and it was because we had created a community. We had a community of girls in North Carolina who were all confident in their skills and who were all willing to learn. So I personally can't wait for what's to come next for Doyan.
Yeah, thank you both. And in case you are interested, you want your team to be in our next competition, Feel free to join our Discord. It's discord.gg/Doyan. Follow us on Instagram at Doyan Inspiration. And if you have questions, if you want to be maybe a potential speaker or just want more information about us, you can always email us at doyaninspiration@gmail.com. And we hope to see you at our next event.
Now let's move on by talking about our build space.
The Doyan team has done a great job this far. They've held multiple competitions and are inspiring girls all over the country.
Last year, our team lost its build space as a company that was taking over the mall that we were housed in. We had a limited budget and a few obstacles in our way, but after months of hard work, we finally secured ourselves a new build space. Here with us is Coach Gabriela, our new head coach, and Ritvika, our VP of Business.
Can you guys tell us a bit about all the struggles and the experiences you had while finding this new build space?
Yes, finding a new build space was very difficult because we are a big team and we need a minimum of 2,000 square feet to allocate the workshop and the practice field, and the realty market in the area is crazy. Finally, after many hours searching, we could find a beautiful build space in Durham. You are all welcome to visit us. Still, we learned a lot of good lessons for those months. We were able to restart the team after the pandemic. We were able to recruit 40 new Falcons, 3 new mentors, compete at Tour, and compete at Doyer. We didn't give up, and thanks to that, we are full speed ahead today.
So one of the biggest ways we keep our team running is through business and raising funds for our team so that our team operates smoothly. So with losing the build space and overcoming many obstacles to regroup as a physical team, we recognize the challenges that our community has also faced. So this year, as our business team has expanded with new students, we hope to reach out and partner with our local business owners. And a huge part of this partnership we recognize would be STEM education for our community. And we hope to set up more fundraisers and reach out to younger students in the hopes of inspiring them into robotics. Already, we are grateful to the support we have received and can't wait to further expand our FRC 5190 community.
Thanks for explaining some of the obstacles you had for the team.
Even though we had a limited budget this year, we're glad that we were able to start off the season and this year in person at a new location, just in time for all of us to work together on the robot. And now, for the moment that we've all been waiting for, the new game of this season.
Welcome to the 2022 First Robotics Competition. And this year's game, Rapid React, presented by the Boeing Company. 2 alliances of 3 teams each compete to score their cargo balls into the lower hub and the upper hub. They earn additional points if the robots traverse the rungs of their hangar. Robots start each match on one of their tarmacs and may be preloaded with 1 cargo each. During the first 15 seconds, robots are autonomous. Without guidance from drivers, they leave their tarmac, score preloaded cargo, and collect and score additional cargo. During the remaining 2 minutes and 15 seconds, drivers control their robots. They continue to gather up 2 cargo at a time and score cargo in the lower and upper hubs. Cargo scored into either hub count towards the cargo bonus. Launch pads protect robots from contact by opponent robots. Robots may use either terminal, where their human players assist the robots with acquiring cargo. As time runs out, robots race to their hangar and traverse as many rungs as possible. The higher a robot gets, the more points it earns. An alliance that reaches a hangar point threshold is rewarded with a ranking point. The alliance that earns the most points wins the match.
Wow, the 2022 season's tasks are quite the feat. We are here with the Vice President of Engineering, Juan, one of our engineering students, Raj, and our Vice President of Marketing, Akhil. They're all here today to talk about what this year's game looks like. What do you guys think will be some design challenges that we'll face when making the robot this year?
So actually one of the biggest challenges we're facing and faced is creating a design for the climbers and figuring out a way to getting them to work.
Yeah, I believe this year's climber is definitely the hardest one yet. But I think we're in the right track to finish it. We are also doing other things in the engineering sub-team, like teaching all the new Falcons we have this year. We have over 20 new engineering students, and they're learning how to use the lathe, how to use CNC, and any other like basic tools. Yeah, and I think we're in right track to finish this year's robot.
That's pretty cool. Can you tell us a little bit about the design of the robot for this year's competition?
So I cannot really tell you about that because it's confidential, but in a couple of weeks you'll find out how the new 2022 robot looks like. But we can talk about the new logo we have.
Sure. So if you guys look behind us, this is the new team's logo. We're really excited to present this to the public as we rebranded the team this year. We want a little bit of change, and we are excited to come up with new content with this new logo. And also, we're really excited to show off the robot you guys have been working really hard on for the last few weeks. We're excited to show that off in the next few months. So please stay tuned for that reveal video soon.
I can't wait to see what you all come up with. And speaking of our new logo and who we used to be, can we take a look at what team was up to a few months ago?
Sure. So here's a quick montage of what the team has done in the last few months.
Take me to your best friend's house, going round this roundabout, oh yeah. Take me to your best friend's house. I loved you then and I love you now, oh yeah. Don't take me tongue tied, don't wave no goodbye.
We hope you really enjoyed this episode.
We had a lot of fun making this episode, and this is an amazing studio in courtesy of broadcasting experts in Apex NC. A huge thanks to Coach Pete for having us here and Mr. Plaza for helping us get this whole show running.
Yeah, we hope to see you next month in the next episode. See you guys next time.